Well, I didn't tell anyone because I was working for Harry Cohen then, and you didn't tell him a lot.
Yeah.
And Mr. DeMille was Paramount, so I was keeping it quiet and trying to sneak out. And in slipping, I hit her, and she took offense.
Everyone knew Lucille Ball as the fiery redhead who built Desilu Studios and changed TV forever with I Love Lucy. But fame gave her something even wilder, a front row seat to the side of Hollywood no one ever got to see. Before she passed, Lucy revealed 7 actresses she claimed showed a whole different kind of darkness behind the scenes. She said they weren't acting evil. They were evil in real life. Some were her co-stars, others were adored icons known around the world. Yet each one left Lucille with a story that got darker every time. And one of the most chilling names on her list, Joan Crawford, the ice queen who truly frightened Lucille Ball. The world saw Crawford as pure Hollywood royalty, elegance wrapped in pearls and diamonds, but Lucille saw past the sparkle. She saw a woman who hid a cold heart behind glamour and control. Lucy once whispered to a close friend, "All she has is glamour. Underneath is nothing but ice." Things hit a breaking point in 1971 when Crawford guest starred on Here's Lucy. The second she stepped on set, Lucille said she could feel the whole energy change, like the air itself turned cold. Crawford demanded the studio stay exactly 68 degrees. Her chair tilted at a perfect angle, and the lights adjusted to match her bone structure. Lucy didn't even argue, but what came next truly got under her skin. A young wardrobe assistant, just 22, brought Joan Crawford a dress with the tiniest wrinkle, barely noticeable. Instead of calmly fixing it, Crawford completely tore into her. Witnesses said they heard her hiss, "You are a useless little nothing. Toilets would be lucky to have you." The poor girl ran off crying, and Crawford instantly demanded she be fired right then and there. Lucille refused. And that's when Crawford's private grudge against her was born. When the cameras started rolling, Crawford flipped like a switch. Suddenly she was radiant, charming, full of grace, Hollywood perfection. But the second the red light turned off, she went stiff again, frozen like a mannequin. Lucille later whispered, "I've worked with department store mannequins who felt more human than her." To Lucille, that wasn't an insult. It was a diagnosis. Crawford wasn't just cold. She was acting like a person instead of being one. Lucille always believed how someone treated people with less power revealed their true heart, and in her eyes, Joan completely failed that test. Even in her final years, Lucille still named Crawford as the one person she found truly, unmistakably cruel.
Oh, her warning.
Yeah, this is a girl who says that man has trouble.
This did happen to me, and it was a he. And I went right ahead and married the guy, and it was Gary.
Then there was Judy Garland, the beautiful chaos. Lucille never held back when Garland's name came up. Her face would change, not with anger, but with deep disappointment, the kind that comes from watching someone destroy themselves from the inside out. Judy's darkness wasn't sharp like Crawford's. It was softer, but it pulled everyone around her into the storm. Lucille had known Judy Garland since their early MGM days, and she truly admired her, that voice, that heart, that tragic kind of brilliance that could light up a room. But behind the sparkle, Lucille saw the chaos the world never did. Every time Judy stepped onto a set, there was a trail of exhaustion left behind. Late arrivals, shaky starts, or sometimes no shows at all. Lucille once told a friend, Judy was magic, but magic that burned the stage down. There was one memory that haunted Lucille for years. A TV director in the 70s shared how Garland was booked to start shooting at 5 a.m. The entire crew, grips, lighting, camera, makeup, waited for hours. Then, at 2 p.m., Judy finally appeared, glowing and apologetic. And when she performed, it was pure perfection. 30 flawless minutes that reminded everyone why she was a legend. But just as quickly, she declared she was too tired to go on and walked out. The next day, 3 crew members were let go because the shoot had gone way over budget. Lucille's frustration didn't come from envy or judgment. It came from experience. She had survived Hollywood by showing up, by being solid in an industry ready to toss women aside the moment they slipped. Watching Judy throw away her gift while others paid the price cut deep for Lucille. She said it straight at a private dinner. Talent doesn't excuse destruction. And with Judy, someone always got destroyed. Lucille never called her out publicly, but she quietly made sure they'd never work together again. When Judy passed in 1969, Lucille mourned the brilliance, but not the chaos that came with it. Judy Garland wasn't evil at heart, but the chaos she left behind cut deep, the kind that couldn't be ignored.
Well,
I didn't know if you had worked with John
I
Ford.
wanted to work with him, and we almost made it, but didn't.
Then came Ava Gardner, the stunning beauty Lucille Ball once said was savage behind the skin. What kind of woman could make Lucille Ball admit someone enjoyed causing pain? That woman was Ava. She had a charm so sharp it could wound, a mix of beauty and cruelty that Lucille found far more dangerous than any temper tantrum. Their feud didn't come from a misunderstanding. It started because Ava liked to go after people she thought were beneath her. Lucille saw it happen with her own eyes one afternoon in the mid-1960s during a wardrobe fitting at MGM. A young assistant nervously handed Ava a freshly steamed gown. A small spot from oversteaming had softened a seam, barely visible, but Ava's reaction, explosive. She glared at the girl and said, slow and cold, "Don't bother fixing it. You can't fix incompetence with more incompetence." The assistant froze, humiliated, while Lucille felt her chest tighten in anger. This wasn't diva attitude. This was someone enjoying control, enjoying the power. Later, Lucille told a close friend, Ava didn't make mistakes. She made victims. Things only got uglier at a Hollywood cocktail party not long after. Someone casually brought up Lucille's name, and Ava smirked before saying loudly, "Oh, the washed-up clown, she's still working?" The room went silent. People were shocked, but Ava didn't flinch. Her cruelty was calculated, and it cut like a blade. Lucille believed Ava's beauty blinded everyone to what was really underneath. She once told a friend, if she hadn't been beautiful, no one would have tolerated who she really was. The two never made peace. Ava's beauty aged into legend, while Lucille's memories of her aged into pure disgust. Even in her later years, whenever Ava's name popped up in a magazine or documentary, Lucille would quietly mutter the same words under her breath. People have no idea what she was behind that face. Then there was Bette Davis. The unstoppable talent Lucille said cut people for sport. The world adored Bette's fire and brilliance, but Lucille saw something darker. She once asked privately, why does she enjoy hurting people so much? And with Bette, Lucille didn't need time to figure it out. The tension between them was instant and unforgettable. Their most brutal encounter happened at an industry dinner in the mid-1960s. Lucille was sitting just a few tables away when Bette started lashing out at a young waiter who had accidentally brought the wrong bottle of wine. The whole room went silent as Bette snapped, "Do you even know how to read a label, or is that beyond you?" The poor boy kept apologizing, but she wouldn't stop. She seemed to savor the humiliation like it was part of a show. Lucille sat there, frozen in disbelief. This wasn't wit. It was cruelty dressed up as confidence. Later that night, Bette spotted Lucille across the room and raised her glass with a fake smile. Lucille didn't return the gesture. She'd already seen enough. As she told a friend later, Crawford was cold, but Bette enjoyed inflicting the wound. And to Lucille, that was unforgivable. She always respected talent to the core, but she couldn't stand people who used their power to crush those just trying to make it. Lucille once said, "Greatness should protect people, not break them." And that summed up everything she felt about Bette Davis. The two women worked in the same city, the same golden era, the same tight Hollywood circles, yet they avoided each other completely, like oil and water. Even decades later, when Bette's name popped up in tributes or retrospectives, Lucille would politely decline to appear beside her. Some wounds just never healed. Then came Zsa Zsa Gabor. The woman Lucille Ball once said was fake down to the bone. The minute Zsa Zsa's name came up, Lucille didn't groan or roll her eyes. She laughed, not out of fear or jealousy, but out of disbelief at how inauthentic she thought Zsa Zsa was. Lucille didn't hate her beauty or her fame. She hated the act. To Lucille, Zsa Zsa wasn't just dramatic. She was a full-time performance, someone who used charm like a weapon and treated people like props in her own movie. Lucille's disgust started at a charity gala in the late 1960s. Cameras flashed as Zsa Zsa floated in, dripping in diamonds and wrapped in furs, smiling like a queen. But the second the photographers walked away, her whole mood flipped. A polite volunteer tried to guide her to a seat, and Zaza snapped, "I don't sit with peasants." Lucille caught the whole thing from across the room. That one line said it all. But moments later, things got even worse when a young volunteer, barely 20, accidentally brushed against Zaza's coat. Instead of giving a calm correction, Zaza leaned in close and whispered, "Sweetheart, you touch my coat again, and I'll make sure you never work an event in this town again." Lucille felt her stomach twist. Zaza said it with a sugary smile, like she was offering a compliment. That moment stuck with Lucille for years. Later that night, she vented to a trusted friend, saying, "Nothing about her is real. Not the accent, not the elegance, not even the kindness." To Lucille, fake kindness was worse than open cruelty. A fake person could fool everyone. They could hide behind charm, pretend to care, and still cut deep when no one was watching. And Zaza never changed. Even decades later, when she famously slapped a Beverly Hills police officer in 1989, Lucille didn't flinch. She just shook her head and said, "There she is, the real one." To Lucille, Zaza represented the most dangerous kind of evil, the kind that smiles while it stabs. So now that you've heard all 7 names Lucille Ball exposed, which one shocked you the most? Do you think Hollywood still hides people like this today? Let's talk about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you found this wild, and don't forget to subscribe and share this story with your friends. You won't believe what's coming next.